Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Gawk here for Wildwood TV. I guess that's what we're calling it. With a mysterious gentleman to my right here. Joe Bonamassa, guitar wielder extraordinaire and hell of a nice fella.
Greg.
How are you, my friend?
Great to see you, my friend.
Nice to see you,
my
too.
My favorite guitar player.
See that? $5 gets you an awful lot.
That's right.
Days, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I appreciate
He
that,
bought me this Diet Pepsi.
And right back at you.
He bought me this Diet Pepsi, and it was a fair trade.
That's what I like to say. In the music business, everyone has a price, and you'd be surprised how low it actually is. So what do we got here? What kind of a creature is lurking?
Here's what it is. This is something that I'm really excited about because it's something I've hoped would happen for a long time. You know, I'm not shy about admitting that Paul Kossoff is a huge influence
Absolutely.
on me. I've stolen most of his riffs, and as we all have.
And that's not wrong.
He was a Les Paul guy. He was synonymous with the Les Paul. And this whole deal started with a guy named Arthur Ram, who owns the original version of this guitar, and it was Paul's, and he bought it from David Kossoff in 1976. And basically, I think the story was he paid off the repair bill for the neck crack, which was 700 pounds, which was a lot of money back in '76. Still a lot of money. Still a lot of money.
Absolutely.
For a guitar. So they did a scratch-for-scratch replica of it, and I'm kind of like helping launch it. And it's just, honestly, Kossoff, to me, his playing means so much to me that the fact that finally getting a Gibson model that's a proper Paul Kossoff is a true event.
A labor of love, if you will.
It's a labor of love. And I was there when Pat Foley met Arthur for the first time. They were just in the backstage at the Newcastle City Hall and looking at this guitar, and to me, it's like it's the guitar in the pictures that I saw, like when I looked through the old, English magazines or on the website. So, yeah.
So you have your own signature model, Lester, and then I've seen a couple of your old ones that you have procured as well.
Yes, I have a signature model guitar. They've done it in the custom shop, the USA factory, and then in Epiphone, for the kids.
Indeed.
And so we've done those, and they've been really successful. I've been really honored by the whole thing, mostly. And like I said, when you're a kid in your bedroom, torturing your parents with noise, and you're playing your father's Les Paul, who's standing right over there, by the way, and you never would guess in 25 years that you'd have a signature model Les Paul. So very excited about it. And the 59s are great. They're at home. They're well tended to right now. They're off the road. They're going to get ready to go back out in February. So.
Now, earlier on in your career, you'd kind of play like a smorgasbord of different guitars.
I did.
From different manufacturers.
Yep.
At one point, you just said, you know what, I'm a Les Paul dude. Describe for us, if you will, that mindset and what happened.
You know us crazy guitar players, right?
Believe me.
Okay? I assume that because we are.
Yes, indeed.
Of the same ilk. It's the sound in your head. Every time I sit down to a guitar and amp, it could be any manufacturer, if I'm just in that situation. There's a sound that I hear in my head that I'll sit there and dial the amp in or fiddle with the guitar. To me, when I finally said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this Les Paul. I'm going to rock it because it was the easiest guitar to achieve the sound I was hearing in my head, and it had the weight and it wasn't too bright, but it also was clear and had had some articulation to it. So
and some girth.
It had some girth, and plus, honestly, all of my favorite British guitar players played the Sunburst Les Paul. Like you're talking Kossoff, you're talking, Jeff Beck, you're talking Peter Green, Clapton, everybody, even the non, British guitar players.
Mike Bloomfield,
Mike Bloomfield, Billy Gibbons, and
Festus McCorkindale. Whoever that happens to be.
Right.
It's a good name.
Mick Taylor. People always forget Mick Taylor.
We can't forget Mick Taylor.
He's great.
My favorite Mick Taylor is on those John Mayall live records, the John Mayall Diaries, or whatever it was called. Remember they were live things? He's playing the slide of doom.
Yeah, and he's all the English players had great intonation on slide. I think it was something in the water, extra iron.
Perhaps.
It was a magnetic thing where everything was, I don't know.
Or the ink from the fish and chips seeking in.
Yeah, exactly. It's made it very much in tune.
I like it. So today you are doing this launch of helping to spread the love about this particular instrument.
Yes. Yeah.
And then perhaps we're going to go feast later.
And then we're gonna go eat.
Is that wrong?
That's what NAMM is about. It's about hawking gear and then eating at one of the 6 restaurants in Anaheim. And if you're here for long enough, and you plan well enough in advance, you get to eat at one of the 6 available restaurants in Anaheim.
Exactly. Which is good.
Exactly. They're very good.
So what do you got coming up next in the next few months here? What's happening?
Start the tour in Lisbon, Portugal, for the first time in Portugal. And we go out and do 5 weeks in Europe, and then we take 3 weeks off, and then we do a little bit in the States. And then I go to Vienna, and I'm doing an acoustic show in Vienna, and we're recording that with a bunch of cats, like world musicians.
Cool.
And we're going to try it. And it can be great or it can be awful.
I'm sure it'll be great, my friend.
But the experience is like, that's going to be fun.
Absolutely.
And that's it. What are you up to?
I'm causing trouble.
You enjoying the warm weather?
I am. It's a little cold back home. You're not a Giants fan, are you?
I am a Giants fan. Giants and Yankees. So all the championships the Yankees win is offset by the New York Giants, but they're doing well.
Except they just beat my Packers. That is unacceptable. But you know what?
I can accept that. I can, as a New Yorker, I can accept it. But you from Wisconsin.
It was a little depressing. We don't have much in Wisconsin. In New York, there's a variety of distractions.
In the Packers franchise, I will say this: out of all the NFL franchises, is supported wholeheartedly by the entire state of Wisconsin.
Exactly.
That's their team. It's your team.
Indeed.
You own a piece of that stadium. You could go over to Lambeau Field, chisel a brick out of the wall, and you go, "This is my piece of the team, and I'm taking it home."
That's correct, but it's
and
been
they'd be cool with
defiled. No, we're actually pretty. They won 15. They were 15-1 this year. You can't really whine about that,
No,
right?
you can't. And so, who needs trophies
Exactly.
to validate your greatness?
Exactly. I'm with you 100%.
That's what I think.
Pleasure to see you, my friend.
Greg, good to see you, my friend.
Thanks for all the love. For Wildwood Guitars, Greg Koch out.